Today is going to be an interesting subject. We're going to focus on the topic of philosophy. As I was thinking about this, one of the things that came to my mind was, why is this? Why is it that we have become so anti-intellectual, if you will? And I thought, well, has it always been like this? And no, it wasn't. I mean, if you were here in the first couple sessions we had, we talked about how in the very beginning of the founding of the country, the Christians considered knowledge and the accumulation of godly knowledge to be first priority. They thought education was top of the scale for everybody. But they also believed that it had to be taught in the context of Christianity. And the Christians led in virtually every field in the United States, whether it be education, politics, industry, economics. The Christians led the way everywhere. But we're not that way anymore, are we? And the question is why? What happened? And I thought about it, and I thought, you know, I think that it was with the advent of television. In the early 50s, when the TVs started infiltrating virtually every household in America, we began getting our information and everything from the TV. And actually what has happened, I believe we've become amusement-centered. We're a culture that looks to see how we can be amused in every free moment we have. And if you think about that, isn't that true? We don't look at the pursuit of wisdom or the pursuit of godly knowledge even as our number one priority. Most people, and I'm not saying you, but most people, will go to work 40 hours, and when they come home at the end of the day, they'll just be thinking about, gee, I feel like kicking back and just vegging. Now, the word amuse is an interesting word. It comes from two Latin subwords. One is muse. To muse is to think something through, to meditate on it. It's like Psalm 1, meditate day and night on the word of the Lord, right? And that's musing. You're critically thinking about something. You're taking in the information and you're thinking about it. You're weighing it over. Is this true? Is it not true? How do I apply it? That sort of thing. Now, amuse, the beginning prefix, means not or non. So amuse is not to think. Not to think. And I wonder, what separates us from the animals? We both think. Animals think. The animals don't critically think. We've been given that gift. We are made in the image of God, and God wants us to critically think like He does. He wants us to be able to choose between a good choice and a bad choice, something right or something wrong. Let's define philosophy. Once again, two words, philo and Sophia, is what they get that philosophy from. Philo is the root that we get Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Philo means lover of. Sophia means wisdom. So it's a lover of wisdom is what philosophy is. So let's get to our topic. Once again, we have spoken about this before. Our key verse, 2 Corinthians 10, 4 and 5. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal or worldly, but they're mighty in God for pulling down strongholds. And what is a stronghold? A stronghold is a bad idea. Because bad ideas put us in handcuffs. They send us down to a dungeon. They take away our freedom. They're just bad for us. And so our job, verse 5, is to demolish those bad arguments and every high thing or idea that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. Measure everything against Scripture and find out whether or not it makes sense. And then you bring every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. We learn to think like Christ. I showed you this tree last time, and this is sort of like the tree of your life. You have a root system, your theology. That is the very depths of what you believe about God. Who is He? What does He say is good? What does He say is bad? What's right and what's wrong? What are His laws? And that is your theology. And out of that theology, you develop a philosophy of a way of looking at things and determining, is this true? Is it not true? Is it real? Is it not real? And that's the trunk of your life. If you get the theology and the philosophies down pat, now you're going to bring forth good fruit. But if you don't have a good philosophy matched with your theology, you're going to bring forth bad fruit. And I'll show you what I mean. Fruit, different kinds of fruit.